Hello. Today I'm going to show you how to process multiple images into BAT files using the graphs of SNAP into the command prompt and using a customized script that will help you create the BAT files and run them automatically. You can download the customized script from this link here. There are instructions on how to use it, and we will go through them together. If you don't have SNAP, you can search for ESA SNAP download, and you can download it. I recommend downloading all the toolboxes for the system you're using. I've got on this machine, I've got Windows, and make sure you select to include the Python, in your path, so you can run the GPT, and so it means you can run graphs from the command prompt. So now let's assume we've got this image here, and we want to resample multiple images similar to this one. So I want to create a graph. Go to raster, geometry, resample, connect my graph. I want to be geotiff. And I'll select where the image will be saved. Here's the folder I will select. So if I press run, the image will be saved. I want to save the graph. Save the graph. I'll save it into the same location I chose before. Go here, data, just level 2. So now I'll go to edit the script that I've just saved. So it's in my Personally, I use gedit to edit the graphs. I like it because it's got the different colors. So what I do, I tell it that I want to have an input parameter. To define the input, I use the dollar symbol and in. And the output, I define it using the out. And I save the graph. So the way that the customized script is designed is that it takes one input and one output. If you've got more inputs and outputs, then you need to customize the GitHub script to your benefit, to what you want to do. So now if I go to the script, you can either clone it or download it from here. You can either clone it or download the zip file. Now I'll download it. It's already exists here. So here is the script that I will use to produce the BAT file that I can then run it into the command prompt, and it will process all the images that I want to process. What it will do, this script, is that I've got all these images, so level 2, that there are in different folders, and I've got subfolders, and I want to resample all these images. So what the script will do is that I need to create a folder. So the folder would be level 2 resampled. So what it will do, it will take this as an input. So I need this here, directory. Well, the graph, I prefer to move it not in my data. I prefer to keep my data clean, so I will move it into the scripts. Replace the graph. So now this is the graph I want to run. And if I open the Readme file, it explains me how to run the script. So what it tells me is that the name of the file that I want to run is the automated1.py. I need to define the input directory, the output directory, the extension of the input images, the extension of the output images, and the graph that I want to run. And then the name of the output file. So if I create a new file, so what I have here, go to level 2. So this is my input directory. Put my input directory into brackets in case there are spaces in between. Then resample is my output directory. Now extension is .tif. It could be .dim, it could be something else. Output extension is .tif. And this is what is defined in the graph, so you need to be careful with that. They need to be the same. And this is the graph I want to run. So that's the name of the graph. And the commands output, these are my commands resample. So this is the script that will give me, that will create the BAT files. Yeah, so I need to be in the directory that I'm running the file. That the directory that in this directory here that the scripts are inside. So to change directory, I go to cd, change directory. What's the problem? Yeah, there are spaces in between, so I need to put the brackets. in quotation marks. So change the directory. And now run the script, and the bat file should be ready. So here I've got this file here. So if I open this file in gedit, what you see is a list of commands that will, if you run them, it will resample all the images that you want to resample. The only thing is that you need to have the same folder directory structure. This is, I think it creates it. Let me just check. So you see, it created the folder directory that is empty. So you don't need to create it. So it automatically creates the directory folders. So it's empty. And then when you run the scripts, it will place them inside. So you don't need to do anything else than that. It's ready now to run the scripts, and it will create them. It's recommended now to run them as an administrator. And the reason is that sometimes it gets stuck with mine doesn't work because I've got Python link with Anaconda prompt. So for you, it will work if you go run as administrator. It's recommended to use run as administrator because sometimes when you run it without that, it will stop after the first command. And so that's recommended to do it like that. So what I'll do in my case, I'll go to Anaconda prompt. I'll run it as an administrator. Now I've got my commands. I can copy all my commands. I can copy a few just to see that they're running. I don't need to copy all of them. And I can paste them. So you can see now it's running and it's resampling my images. And it's processing the command. And it will process in one after the other, and you can leave it running over time, and then you got your images ready the next day or the other day. So you can see it went to the next command. And if I go here, see my first image is already resampled. And I can open it with Snap. And it's ready. Well, thanks for watching. If you found it interesting, you can follow me on Twitter. I'm Dr. Miltiado for more videos. You can also find my profile on my channel on YouTube. I hope you found it useful, and good luck with all the processing and all the, I hope you do some really exciting works with the script.